What's going on? It's Coach Ben here. Today we're in the kitchen. We're going to make the high protein fruit pancake. Let's get to it. What's going on, everyone? It's Pro Physique Coach Ben Beluda here, and today I'm going to show you a very simple breakfast you can make to satisfy your sweet tooth. It's my high protein fruit pancake. Reminds me of a Belgian waffle. I also made it like a crepe. The crepe omelet, it's very simple, guys. I've added a few extra ingredients to make it a little bit more complex. You can make it as simple as oats, eggs, egg whites, and a banana. Let's get to the details. So the way I make this omelet is I mix all the ingredients together in a blender, and then I simply add it to the pan, and I'll cover the pan and cook it on medium-low, closer to low, until it is solidified on top. And if you want to make awesome omelets, guys, use a blender and use cottage cheese. You can do some really cool stuff with both of these, items. So what I'm going to have here today, the specific serving sizes I use is going to yield a meal that has 50 grams of protein, 75 carb, and 16 grams of fat. You can adjust the serving sizes based off of your specific caloric needs, but this is a good staple meal for your day. So a larger meal, a large breakfast, it's very satiating and to help you get to your protein goal easily. So the way we're going to make this, what we need oats. So let me put this aside. Good old-fashioned rolled oats. I'm going to use 50 grams here today. I'm going to use 100 grams of liquid egg whites, 2 whole eggs. Okay, these are farm fresh eggs. And then I've got some fruit here. I got 100 grams of banana, 75 grams of strawberries, and 20 grams of blueberries. If you want to make it simple, you can just use a banana. And I'm going to blend some of the banana up in here. It's a good thickening agent and good for flavor as well. Cottage cheese, I'm going to use 70 grams of cottage cheese. A very important ingredient is vanilla extract. I'm going to use a quarter teaspoon, just a little bit. And then some cinnamon, and I'm going to use some of this pumpkin spice seasoning. You can use nutmeg as well. That's really important. And I'll tell you guys that when you cook this, it smells really good. Okay, it smells just like you're making pancakes or cake or something like that. The one other important ingredient is protein powder. I'm simply going to use 15 grams, which is a little bit less than half a scoop of this chocolate whey concentrate. This is a good way to increase that protein content. I've also got sugar-free maple syrup. Guys, if you don't like sugar-free sweeteners, you don't have to use this. However, it really makes the recipe good. Okay, if I want pancakes, I want syrup, and I want low-calorie syrup. This fits the bill for me. So we're going to start this off by weighing our ingredients. That way we're getting an accurate unit of measurement for our serving sizes. And what I'm going to do first is pour in 100 grams of the liquid egg whites. Okay. So I was going to pour in these guys, zero out the scale, and add in 50 grams of oats. I'm going to go ahead and add my cottage cheese, 70 grams. Once again, 1% cottage cheese. I don't use full fat. Again, I want to reduce calories by limiting the overall fat intake in my foods here. So this is a good way to do that. 15 grams of the chocolate protein powder. You don't have to use the protein powder. Like I said, you can make this more simple, but this gives it a little bit of a sweeter flavor. It's going to help solidify it. Protein powder is awesome for making, for baking in general. If you want to make some, low-calorie versions of cakes and, pancakes like I'm doing here today. If you made the Coach Ben oat loaf, you need your protein powder. So, protein powder it is, 15 grams for this particular recipe. I'm actually going to add in 10 grams of the sugar-free syrup to the mix. I'm going to add in my cinnamon and nutmeg before I forget, or my cinnamon and a pumpkin spice. You don't have to weigh this out. I'm not worried about anyone over-consuming calories from spices. But I just have it on a scale, so we're going to do that. And I can add some more later. Quarter teaspoon of vanilla extract. Boom. I'm going to go ahead and crack in the eggs. I don't have to weigh them. I just log it as one large egg. These are really important as a binding agent. I mean, think of it if you're making a cake, you're making cookies, guys. You need your eggs, right? So we add some egg whites and whole eggs, healthy fat, high in protein, and a good option to include. And I'm actually going to toss in some of the banana to blend up, and I'm going to leave the rest of it out here. I'll add in a strawberry as well. And then what I'm going to do is, I froze all of this, okay? I have frozen strawberries and blueberries. I peeled and froze some banana. I'm just going to let these thaw out in my refrigerator overnight, and I'm going to have this tomorrow for breakfast. As you can see, the strawberries and blueberries were frozen. What I'm going to do now is toss my blender on the machine here, turn it on, and blend this bad boy up. Alright, we got this all blended up. I'm just going to pour this into a container because I'm going to make this in the morning. I can make it right now if I wanted to, but it's my breakfast tomorrow, so I'm going to put it in a container, snap on the lid, and we'll be back in the morning. Smells good. Smells like I'm making some cookies. There you have it, guys. Our pancake batter is all prepped, ready to go. Gonna toss on this lid, stick it in the refrigerator, and I'm just gonna toss this in the pan in the morning to make my pancake. All right, everyone, it's the morning now. We're gonna make our breakfast, and I'm gonna take our mix. Ta-da, here it is, and we're just gonna add it to the pan. Brought this pan to warm. I'm just going to simply pour it in there. And then I'm going to put the pan on medium-low. I'm going to cover it up and let it cook. Add a little bit of cinnamon. And then I'm going to let this solidify. And then when it's just about solidified, I'll add the extra fruit. Okay, so everything's cooking here in the pan. And I am going to add the fruit now. Now, I know it's not the most prettiest looking concoction, especially bananas when they thaw out. But the frozen strawberry, the juices come out. We're going to add this all to the omelet right now. I'm just going to add this in. Just going to try to spread it around, just like I was adding, some veggies to a regular omelet, right? But this is a pancake. This is not an omelet. It's just disguised as an omelet. The strawberries are very important to get that good sweet taste. It gives it that Belgian waffle type sensation, which is what we want. It's the same thing with using chocolate protein powder. I mean, you can use any kind. I'm sure you can use some kind of like cinnamon bun protein powder. That would be fantastic, or vanilla even. But the chocolate gives us a good taste, a good kick. So I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to let that solidify. Give it a couple more minutes, and we'll have breakfast ready to rock and roll. We're getting close. As you can see, our pancake is getting solidified. Not quite there. We'll give it another minute or two, and we'll be good to rock and roll. All right. Our pancake is ready to rock and roll here. And grab a plate, slide this bad boy out here. There we go. You can flip the omelet, but not the omelet flipping kind, so I'm gonna roll with this. All right, here we go. We're ready to eat. I'm just gonna add a little sugar-free syrup on top. I'm gonna add 25 grams. Just drizzle this on here. You don't have to go sugar-free syrup, but I do. So, I'm gonna add some of that. I weigh it out so it doesn't mess up my digestion. If I poured a whole bottle in there, I'm sure I would have some issues, but there we go. A little bit more cinnamon, because you can never have enough cinnamon. I need to go to the store and get some more cinnamon. And then I'm gonna add a pack of sugar-free sweetener, some stevia here, or sucralose. Give it a little extra sweetness, and there we go. Anabolic omelet is served. Give it a shot.